While we cannot, I believe, merely label all diaspora Judaism as Hellenistic, or even claim that Jews in the land of Israel were untouched by Hellenism, Jews in the diaspora were undoubtedly more accustomed to Hellenistic ideas than their counterparts in the land of Israel. Jews in Judea and Galilee could to some extent shield themselves against the pervading arm of Hellenism by sheer numbers and because of the locality of the temple cult. Diaspora Jews could not necessarily do so outside of centers like Alexandria, because their numbers were insufficient to secure an ideological and theological place of refuge. More Hellenistically oriented Jews and those in the land of Israel represented two broad orientations of Jewish life. The diaspora also saw the creation of rival temple cults along the Elephantine River in Egypt and the temple at Leontopolis. The perspective of these groups at Elephantine and Leontopolis was manifested far beyond their linguistic differences. It is important to note that scholars continuously debate the extent to which one may draw the line between the Jewish communities of the diaspora and those in the land of Israel. In fact, some would even go as far as to question the designation of two such distinct entities, that is, Hellenistic Judaism or Judaisms versus what scholars refer to as Palestinian Judaism. While it is clear that both Hellenistic thought and language invariably influenced Greater Judea, Samaria, and the Galilee, even after the Maccabean struggle and victory, we should not forget the inherent differences that must have existed between diaspora Jewish communities and those in the land of Israel. Outside of the higher stratum of society, for example, it appears that few Jews in the land of Israel would have mastered Greek literature or philosophy or language. With regards to later Judaism, Rabbi Elisha ben Abuya, or Acher, was acquainted with Greek poetry and philosophy, but he is held up as an example of apostasy. But this may have also simply been a reflection of radical responses adopted by the emerging rabbinic class over concerns about assimilation. Josephus describes the seeming negative attitude by Jews toward the Greek language and literature. He notes the negative attitude of Jews toward linguists and philosophers. Our people do not favor those persons who master the speech of many nations, or who adorn their style with smoothness of diction, because they consider that not only is such skill common to ordinary freemen, but that even slaves who so choose may acquire it. But they give credit for wisdom to those alone who have an exact knowledge of the law, and who are capable of interpreting the meaning of the Holy Scriptures.